YKTV made this shit.
We just are getting paid. You can keep the change, charge it to the game.
You know the vibes, man. I got my nigga GunnaGoesGlobal with me. Feel me?
Live in the flesh, you feel me?
Yeah. Appreciate you for fucking with me, my nigga. So,
the real one.
Yeah, man. Let's get started, with the, obvious questions we gotta cover. We gotta let the people know who you are, where you from, upbringing and all that. So, let them know.
Bill Mo on the 8 to be exact, you understand me? Fritos, you feel me? Doing some time behind some real shit and long live the ones we lost. Yeah. And my upbringing, I would say, I ain't gonna say stereotypical, but shit, Section 8, welfare, unfortunately. But beautiful family, beautiful people, always encouraged and enlightened me, you know what I'm saying? Environment, though, it's post-crack, so not a lot of opportunity. You get exposed early on, no matter how gifted you are. And you slide through the cracks and end up on the opposite end of the track.
Yeah, it's crazy. I always say, like, with Fillmore especially, like, it's crazy, like, how, it's still in San Francisco, but sometimes Fillmore can feel like its own world in itself. Like, it's its own, you know what I'm saying? Like, explain that. Like, how was it, like, growing up in Fillmore? Like, y'all got a lot of, like, legends that came up, came from,
growing up, being from the Mo is, they call it Planet Fillmore. Well, we call it sometimes, well, it was some OGs, they called it Planet Fillmore, right? Yeah. And, of course, nationwide, Harlem of the West. But it's always been rich in culture. Because you got the projects, and then you got the Victorians, and then you got the regular homes, right? So you mix that all together, you got the jazz influence, you got the R&B influence, you got the poetry, you got the Renaissance, all that. And once the crack hit, or a little bit before that, you got the pimps, right? So we culturally raised by pimps, players, max, and then I feel like the gangsters, the head busters, the hustlers, that come later on.
Right.
But growing up, being from the Mo, it's a lot of pride. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of culture. Yeah. We rich in originality. We rich in being like self-sufficient. We didn't have to go nowhere outside of the Mo. We went downtown if we wanted to get clothes and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Other places, like if you're in the Point, you're in Sunnydale, you're on the Hill, Lakeview, they got Stonestown or whatever, but everybody really has to leave. Us could walk down the street.
Right.
Once I walk down the street, we on Market.
Right.
We on Market. That's the whole world. You feel what I'm saying? So, we also grow up really thinking the world revolves around us, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where the confidence, you feel me? That's where the confidence come from. That's where it's like, oh, other people exist, and we
gotta respect it,
you feel me? Like early on, we grew them to believe like we the best in whatever that we do, and you feel me? We supposed to have the world.
What was like a few people like you looked up to growing up, like in the Mo? Like, was there anybody specifically like you seen when you would go outside that kind of like motivated you to like get into the music and everything that you got your hands on today? Like
music wise, Rapping Forte I think was the first person I seen on TV.
Yeah.
So when I seen him on TV, I thought that was larger than life. You know what I'm saying? Of course, seeing Quinn, Messy Marv, JT the bigger figure, it's other artists, but as far as the streets, it was dudes. Moms didn't let me go outside, so shout out to my moms. You feel me? I was at the culture center a lot, and she moved us around early on. Like, moms bounced us around immediately, damn near, you feel me?
Yeah.
So when I did come back to the Mo, the people that I seen was my my brother's friends. They was probably like 5-6 years my seniors. So I definitely looked up to them dudes. Some of them was barbers. Some of them was just everyday hustlers. They used to be by the store, right there on Fulton and Webster and shit like that. But being in the Mo, seeing dudes, not knowing their names, because some of them was probably like my father's age and shit like that. And it wasn't so much like, oh, I look up to you. It was just like, damn, I see you with the dope core, you feel me? Come through with the box on rallies, you feel me? I see you with the RX-7.
I aspire to get those same things.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, for sure. So that was dope.
That's dope. Yeah, I mean, yeah, man, Fillmore is, like I said, man, it's like its own world in a sense, you feel me? And then
we got 12 different sets.
I got like a lot of stars that came.
Yeah, man, we got 12 different sets too. So we got up the way, down the way. That's Fillmore Street is what separates us. Like, that's the border. You know what I mean? But coming up, we didn't have. I mean, it's always been up the way, down the way. But
What's it like now when you go back? Like, cause I know gentrification is like crazy in the city, all through San Francisco.
It's mind blowing, blood. Like that shit damn near depressing.
Yeah.
I slide through every day, but that shit depressing because I know how many people lost their life behind it. I know how many people are doing time behind it. You know what I'm saying? I know how many people are depressed behind the losses associated with the neighborhood and shit. Just as recently as 15 years ago, you can never tell nobody that was outside, hey, 15 years from now, but it's gonna be white folks riding through here with bikes, doing yoga, stretching and shit like that, making content. Like, so going through there it's really like a returning to a ghost town. Don't get me wrong, there's people that still live there, certain days be lit, but growing up, Monday through Sunday was lit. Monday through Sunday was activity. Monday through Sunday, people was outside. Like every single day. Christmases was big. Easter was big. 4th of July was big. Everything that you can think of, it was bigger than life. So to see it now, it's a shell of what it was. It like I said, it damn near, like anytime I talk to the homies that's locked up, I be telling them like, bro, this shit, it's not believable. You feel me? It's like the apocalypse came through that bitch or something. Yeah. You feel me?
Even like the music scene, I remember it was like a point in time where y'all like had a like certain dominance coming out of there. You had Quinn, Big Rich, you feel me? Like all these people. What do you feel like we gotta do now, just like in the Bay Area in general, as far as like the music scene and getting that back, like that spotlight back where it need to be? You get what I'm saying? Because I feel like at a point in time we did have a certain, we got legends that came up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Mac Dre,
countless.
I don't even want to go down the list for real. You feel me? So, but it's this narrative like, damn, like Cali music don't get past Cali. And,
that ain't the truth.
Like
it's business. When you look at the '90s and you look at the legends that came up out of here, they all handled their business. You understand? And they were a part of a system. They were a part of an industry. If we go to any prominent place right now in the United States, it's an industry. You go to LA, it's an industry. Meaning, this is where you go to get your interviews on the radio. This is your podcast network. You know what I'm saying? This is your publication network. It all makes sense. In the Bay, we so independent that it kind of like, it handicaps us to a certain extent. When you think of E40, shout out to the legend, living legend, hip-hop icon, he was one of the first artists to sign a major deal to Jive. You feel me? When you look at Mac Dre, he was pioneering his thing on the indie hype the same way JT the Big, like the same way that Fig was doing it. Remember, Master P came from New Orleans, went to Richmond, got the game, and then turned it into damn near $500 million empire. Yeah. So we could do it, but we have to also understand we need more podcasts, like we need more platforms like this, because that's how you expose the narrative and the visibility. When you went to Chicago, as soon as them niggas took off, it was how many platforms you can go to actually learn about the artist. We not on TV now. Everything is elevated. So if you're not on a podcast or a platform online for people to be able to digest what you got going on, it's going to handicap you. When you went to SAC, when they was on fire, they had outlets that emerged. Stockton, they got outlets that have emerged. And, you feel me? And they'll go to LA quick. They Bloods and Crips and Pyrus. So that's another thing. Like, we the only people in California that don't got Bloods, Crips, and Pyrus. So when you get on fire, where is you feel me? Like, where do you go? What do you do?
You know what I always said too, that I feel like a lot of people neglect when I hear this conversation come up, is like, we forget how massive California is. You feel me? So like, think about it like this. You go to Chicago or New York, wherever. Them states, you could cross state lines within 30 minutes, depending on where you at. You feel me? 30 minutes to an hour. So it's like, you gotta remember, when you pop out there, at least from how I'm looking at it, when you pop out there, it's not too hard to get your shit to go from region to region. Whereas us in Cali, it's like you could drive for 6 hours and still be in California. You feel me? It's like we got a lot more grounds to cover. So it's like, I feel like we also gotta cut ourselves some slack when it, with that narrative, as far as like Cali music don't get nowhere past Cali.
They love us, blood. They love us everywhere we go.
You gotta understand, it's like when you really travel, cause like with what I do, I touch soil in a lot of different places. So it's like I get to see how, what their music taste may be like, you know, what goes and what don't. But they fuck with Cali music. It's just they ain't heard enough of it. You get what I'm saying? So it's
we
like
insulated.
exactly.
And we go from top to bottom. California go from Chico to San Diego. Every other place they go from left to right. Like what you talking about.
Yeah.
It goes from left to right. If we go to the right, I think it's like Nevada. After that, it's Arizona. So we don't leave California. California is, I think, like the 9th or 7th biggest economy in the world.
Yeah. So I know, like, you know, like Nevada, we got a lot of love out there. You feel me? Seattle in that direction, but
All that.
it's like it's a lot more ground we gotta cover before we can even reach the other regions. So it's like I'm just saying, everybody, you know what I'm saying, cut the slack on that narrative. Like, you feel me? Like, Cali, we gon' do what it do.
Facts.
You feel me? We just
Birthplace
like you
of
said,
gangster rap music too.
we need more platforms that's gonna bring it home organically. You feel me? That's locked in with the streets. That's what I hope to do with what we got going right here. You feel me? I wish I would have started sooner. You know what I'm saying? We spoke on it a little bit. You was telling me, man, you should have started this shit back in 2016 with the Proxclusiv shit. And you feel me? All that shit, but
Proxclusiv was a time too.
yeah, nah, definitely. You know, the Proxclusiv shit, bro.
Y'all was ahead of y'all time. What y'all did, y'all came
we
in.
definitely was, bro. That's all I can say. We was ahead of our time. It's like looking back, I don't even be remembering like what it was over. Like, you know what I'm saying? What I was met, what we was mad about. But you know, it was like at the time, bro, when we started Proxclusiv, we was 16. Damn. You feel me? Like, it was a lot of shit that we didn't
understand.
Like, we didn't understand business. You get what I'm saying? Like, even with our whole dealing with Thizzler, right? There was a point in time when, you know, shit, you know, it was hot as fish grease, bro. So it's like every person that was coming out the bay, it seemed like if you was trying to get your shit to pop, like, you had to go through Proxclusiv.
That's a fact.
You feel me?
2016, 17, 18,
and
what y'all did.
they seen that. So, you know, Thizzler had called us up there one day. We had went up there for a meeting, and we were supposed to do, they wanted to do some venture to where we would basically shoot under their under their umbrella. They would take a certain percentage, and we would no longer be uploading on the Proxclusiv channel, but directly to Thizzler. So at the time, you know, when we talked it over, we were just like, nah, they ain't really that's not the move. You feel me? But Sean went and made a public post about it, right, on Instagram. And I doubled down on it, like, you know, if it's Proxclusiv, I'm wearing this shit on my back, I'm carrying it on my back, how you is, like, you feel me? Like, so I doubled down on it, but at the end of the day, it's like, looking back, perfect example, it's like, we was young, like, you feel me? That wasn't the move. At the end of the day, it's like,
to publicly address it?
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's like, you might have two entities like Pepsi and Coke, behind closed doors, they having a collaborating, and they might not see eye to eye on the business venture, and it never happens. But you're not gonna see them go out and publicly,
because what it does is it keeps
downplay the next.
It keeps the door open for future ventures.
Yeah, so it's like at the end of the day, it was like, looking back, I definitely wanted to apologize to Thizzler just for, like, if any, like, you know what I'm saying, bad blood, or like if anybody felt some type of way about anything that was said. I don't even remember honestly what was said, but
all right. So I got another question. You apologizing to them and shit like that. So what about reconciliation with Proxclusiv for the culture, man? Can we ever see that? Now I'm the interviewer, man. Can the streets ever see a reconciliation, man? Of two of the greatest to ever get behind this camera, man, and do you feel me? What's going on, man? Can that olive branch be extended? Feel me? It can be extended, man. You feel me? For the culture,
it can. You feel me? I ain't gonna say it can't, cause like I said, it never was that deep looking back on it. You feel me? It's just me and bro really gotta holler, like, as men. You feel me? And it's like, I feel like when I did extend the olive branch, like, I don't know, like, it just wasn't the timing, like, you feel me? But, you know, like, I don't wish no bad on that nigga, like, you feel me? I wish him all the success in the world, like, you feel me? Like, that was my boy, you feel me? But it's just, you know, sometimes you don't see eye to eye on certain shit, and it was just like weird shit that was going on. But yeah, man, I mean, we could definitely, you know, all me and bro gotta do is really holler for real.
And we gotta see that documentary, man. I talked to you this years ago. I've been telling you, like, it gotta be it got to be some documentation about that whole Proxclusiv era. Because
Yeah.
what it did for so many of us out
Yeah.
here, you know what I mean? Like,
Nah, for sure.
a lot of the biggest videos to ever come out of the region during that half of the decade was under the Proxclusiv channel, you know what I mean? One of the videographers. So it's important, blood, that we tell our own stories. And in order for that story to be told, of course, everybody involved, all parties involved, definitely got to, you know, have their input.
Yeah. I mean, in due time, you know.
And I notice out here in the region, the talent has never been an issue. But when it comes to business and us sticking together when it matters the most, unfortunately, you see a lot of teams, a lot of camps, a lot of labels, a lot of crews, whatever you want to call it, right when it matters, bro. It's like, it's division, but it's unnecessary. And it's division everywhere you go, but if you prioritize economics, well, the bag, let's get the bag first.
Yeah.
Let's become millionaires first.
Yeah.
Let's see our way through it. Definitely got to put the egos to the side. People talk a lot about the Bay, specifically the Bay, and that's what it be. It don't be politics, because before it was politics, it still was people not reaching their peak. And it's either bad business or big egos.
Yeah.
And the two things is getting in the way of the bag and the exposure. It ain't got nothing to do with the talent.
But as long as I know you kept the same,
The core, the nucleus.
Yeah, the same people around you. You feel me? Like, see my dog Ace here. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like you keep, you have like a good team of individuals around you. How do you go about like just keeping that you know, tight? Like
everybody that I deal with, I fuck with them as people, right? Because in order for us to be in close proximity for a long duration of time, like, we gotta fuck with each other. We gotta be aligned. We gotta have core values. Like, that don't mean we gotta be best of buds, but we gotta have respect, right? We gotta have common goals, right? You know what I'm saying? We gotta be able to get on a bus, get on a plane, get on a train together, and respect each other's boundaries and stuff like that, and in communication. So, growing up, I also studied like Motown. I studied the rise and fall of Death Row. Studied the rise and fall of No Limit. Studied Cash Money, all these things. And you're going to have a core. Then I studied Apple. You know what I'm saying?
Apple, the phone company?
Yeah, with Stephen Jobs. Then I studied Microsoft. Then I studied McDonald's, Walmart, the Waltons. Like, when you build with people who are aligned with you, everything becomes natural. Of course, you're going to have, I'm not even going to say conflict. Everybody's not going to always agree on everything at the same time. But when you're aligned, blood, again, it's a walk in the park. Do you meet people along the way? Sometimes they like slip in and slide through the cracks and shit like that. Yeah, but they can't fake it for long. You feel what I'm saying? So if he was to put the camera down, the question is, would I still pick up the phone? And the answer is yes. When I talk to my engineers, do I talk to my partner outside of engineering, other directors? You feel me? Just like when we on the block. Yeah, we all from the same place, but that don't mean you hang with everybody. You gonna always gravitate towards the people that's on the same frequency as you. Vibing how you vibing, mobbing how you mobbing. That's why when you look at entourages, don't they start off like 20, 30, 40 deep? And then they dwindle down to what? Maybe like 5, because them is the 5 people that's really, you feel me, on the same height. So when I jumped off the porch, the same people that was with me then, I'm talking about in the streets, them the same people I fuck with now. When I got into the music, damn near everybody I'm around 5, 10, 15 years of doing it. And that's because we believe in what we got going on. You feel me? We've experienced success to a certain extent, and we also know that not only can we duplicate it, we can amplify it. So when people with egos do get around, it just don't go well. Or people that ain't transparent, or people that just out for self.
How do you deal with that? Like those type of people? Like, what do you feel like is a remedy? Like,
I always sever ties, but a lot of times it just be red flags. Like, when you get around dudes, man, I always say it's 3 things that's gonna show you what a man is made of: a bag, a body, or a buzz. And it's 3 things. You feel me? You're gonna always
say it again. What is it?
A bag, a body, or a buzz.
The 3 B's.
3 B's. And this can be applied. The bag and the buzz can be applied to anything. You can see a dude going for his PhD. He got a buzz in the school. graduate now and he got a bag. You gonna see who he really is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You could apply it to somebody who work at the post office. He been there 2-3 years. He cool. He get he get a raise. You feel me? Now he's no longer your coworker. He's your superior. Now you gonna see how he really feel about you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So of course the other element that's more like war, street stuff like that. But you see how people act, and a lot of these dudes like Pac always talk about the hearts of men. A lot of these dudes, man, they malice. They got malice in them. They're not honorable. They're not gonna get in position and say, "Hey, you shot my first 20 videos that got me on, bruh. Let's take it to the next level." They gonna say, "Yeah, we did that, but I'm finna go mess with Joe Blow that I don't know from a can of paint because his name bigger, bro. And I'm finna give him $1 million, even though I was giving you 10 bands, but he don't owe you nothing." That's transactional. You feel what I'm saying? So when you look at it through that lens of listen to people talk and watch them move, bud.
Yeah.
You gonna see the signs, and the signs, it fluctuates based upon where you at, because there's some dudes that you really, really don't see that shit till it's too late.
Yeah.
But most of them, bro, they gonna say some hoe ass shit.
Right. The sign's gonna be there.
Talk to a dude about food. I noticed this is another thing, man. See how people act with food. If a motherfucker not gonna share their food with you, what makes you think they gonna share their money with you, bro?
Yeah.
Just think about that. I don't care. Ask somebody for something that you don't even want. See how people interact with food. I learned that as a boy. I never met a player nigga that was tight with food. I never met a player chick that was tight with food in my life.
That's crazy.
Ever. Anybody that act manny or shady with food.
You know what this made me think is hella off subject, bro. I used to mess with this one bitch.
Yeah.
I swear to God, this bitch would never share her food. Like, I'll go reach for a little piece of chicken.
You know she
I'm like, damn,
shit, blood.
bitch,
Yeah.
the fuck?
On the
I can't
real.
have a piece of fuck. I can't have a flat. Like, you feel me?
If she don't want to see you eat, what make you think she want to see you win, blood?
I asked her about
Think
$20
about that,
once.
blood. Come
It
on.
was like pulling teeth.
Come on.
I'm like, damn.
If she don't want to see you eat,
But
what
if the
make
shoe
you
was
think
on
she
the
want to
other
see you
foot,
win?
It would have been, you feel me?
Come on,
$20,
bruh.
But
Pay attention to the signs,
that's
man.
crazy. That is a sign. But you know, I always say the same shit too. Like, you know, that's why God blessed us with 2 ears and 1 mouth. You know, you gotta use these more than you use. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna tell you a lot about that individual, male and female. You feel me? Go both ways. Like, you know, you let somebody open their mouth. You
They
feel
gonna
me?
tell you everything you need to know about them.
It's like revealing true colors. Like, you feel me? You gonna see the Power Ranger in them. I feel like, I don't know, anytime I walk into a room, I always kind of like, I play the back route. Like, I don't say too much. I'm quiet, reserved. I kind of try to get like a good feel of like who I'm around.
I thought that was because you was high, blood.
Nah, you feel me? That's sometimes you gotta play the role. You gotta play, you know what I'm saying? But nah, you feel me? Like, sometimes I am.
Yeah, I know you feel me? You be up there, you feel me?
Yeah, I'll be up there for sure. Nah, but yeah, man, you know, that's life though. You feel me? Like, it's all just about knowing how to navigate through life. You feel me? Like, right now, I'm just heavy on frequencies and just like the vibrations I keep around me. You feel me? That's why I'm heavy on pushing this narrative as well. You feel me? Good vibes. You feel me? Like, on everything I got going. Like, that's the narrative I'm pushing. You feel me? But cause it's been like a lot of shit in my life. I feel like, I don't know. You know, life is all about ups and downs and shit. So it's bound to happen. But
you believe that? You believe it's bound to happen?
Yeah, man. You don't know the negative without positive. Like,
you believe
you
it?
can't have one without the other.
For real?
So, yeah. I
so
feel like
you don't feel like you could live a life of abundance without extreme like
Nah, there's trials and tribulations. Life is gonna test you. Life is always gonna test you somehow. And you're not gonna be ready for it. I mean, you might be ready for it, but you're not ever gonna know when that. It's like a pop quiz.
See, I believe it's heaven on earth.
Yeah.
That's what I believe. And I feel like anything that's negative and anything that we going through, it's all about perspective also, right?
Yeah.
I believe that whatever you, as a man saith, as a man thinketh, he becometh. That's what Ernest Holmes talks about in a book called Science of the Mind, of course, throughout the Bible. That's a lot of the parables, right?
Yeah.
So whatever it is that you can think of, we speak it into existence. So what you just said is the truth. And in the realm that you in, that's how you gonna live and that's how you gonna experience it. But if you alleviate that, you gonna see a lot of the adversity, a lot of the trials and tribulations is going, you feel me, they're going to cease to exist. Of course, in the end, we all die. But our experience here is based on how we perceive this realm. And that go for any and everybody. You could talk to some people right now, go to Sweden, they're going to be like, no, life is lit every day. You feel me? And then you could go to fucking Beverly Hills and people tell you I'm depressed every fucking day. So it's for sure how you think, blood. And don't get me wrong, I do know that negative and positive coexist.
Right. But sometimes, like, with the negative, because I'm following you, because sometimes with the negative situation, there may be a positive to pull out of that situation. You get what I'm saying? Like, for instance, like, it may be a lesson that you could learn from that negative situation, and that's the positive in that negative situation. So, you know
and a lot of times our ideology is how we talk too. So when you get around, I feel like people who are more financially affluent, I swear to God, but like everything is in abundance, everything is positive, everything is optimistic, everything is that. And when you get around people who not raised around financial fluidity, they're always skeptical. They're always thinking about what could go wrong. They're always thinking what if, and self-doubt. And shout out to my parents, like I wasn't raised with that at all. It was always the world is yours, the world is yours. But when I went outside, I was around people who didn't believe that at all. They were scared of damn near everything. And I don't mean like scared like running, but scared of the unknown. Me, I get on a plane right now. You say, hey bro, we going to X, Y, and Z, like I will go to. It's some people that thought of them doing that randomly without having control of the situation and knowing, like it frightens them. So that's when you look 98% of people never leave the country or state or the region that they're in.
I always say you gotta get comfortable being uncomfortable.
Facts.
You know, like I just had this conversation with my friend the other day, and it's like we kind of have like, it's like you said, it's that contrast. Because at times, like, I'm that same way. I'm like, hey, I know this shit gonna work.
Yep.
I don't know how. You feel me? But I know it's gonna work. So like, sometimes it might seem like a real naive way of going about life, but like,
you gotta be delusional to be successful.
You have to a certain extent. Like,
look at the space that we in. It's somebody who said we're gonna be able to watch images on a square. Do you think anybody believed them before TVs were created?
Yeah.
It's somebody who said we're gonna be able to talk to people and we're not gonna be in the same room when a phone was created. You have to be delusional, bro.
Yeah.
When a person is out to achieve something, if everything is based on logic, they're probably doing something hella boring or something that's been done before.
Right, and they're walking within that safe zone, that
perimeter,
the perimeter.
And you don't get nowhere in life doing that.
Yeah.
You turn around, you're 65, you're retired, and you're just dry as fuck.
Yeah.
Everything is about living, and when you look at free people, that's what they do. Money isn't just a stockpile, it's actually to do what you want to do with your time.
Facts.
The unknown is where you, like what Jesus busted the move, 40 days and 40 nights, right? You feel me? He went on one. But that was to receive enlightenment. And I'm mentioning that because oftentimes isolation also is healthy for you. But you gotta, not too much, but isolation is healthy for you to be able to reflect and then go out there. Because success comes through doors that you haven't been through with people that you often do know. You don't gotta get rid of everybody around you if you got dope people around you. You gotta get rid of people who don't want to go to the next level. And people may not verbalize it, but they'll show you through their actions. Self-doubt be on a million out here. Like, just again, when we talk about our region, it ain't the talent, but how many artists really think like, oh, I'm gonna get a gold plaque, I'm gonna get a platinum plaque, I'm gonna be at the Grammy. It ain't like that out here, my nigga. It be about,
because even that mindset alone makes you go about the task differently. You get what I'm saying? Like,
G.O.D.
If for example, let me put it in simpler terms. If we were about to have a 5-on-5 pickup, right, and we go into the mindset like, damn, them niggas gonna skunk us. They gonna.
Facts. Niggas finna get the doors blown off of.
We not even gonna stand a chance. Why would we? We already got the mindset of losing. So it kind of translates to that. Like, you got to see yourself at that level to, you know, to be at that level to get there. You know. So 100%, bro. 100%. Like, you feel me? I feel like because specifically the Bay Area, we ain't seen nobody do that in a minute. It kind of. It's hard to kind of view yourself in that realm, in that light, but we need, like you said, we need to, because at the end of the day, it's like that's what it's gonna take for you to be that superstar.
It's $1 billion industry. Anybody that's in the studio, I don't care if you're an engineer, producer, recorder, writer, performer, rapper, singer, videographer, editor, everybody has to believe that what they doing is for the masses and for the money, for the millions. All of that, my block, my hood, my city is way bigger than that. And that's one thing about when you go to these other regions, they overstand that. I believe when you get to New York and LA and Atlanta, the reason why success is so abundant is because they're consistently seeing that people pull up in things that are trophies. You know what I'm saying? They're consistently seeing people reap the benefits and the rewards of the hard work that was put in.
Right.
Once upon a time, that's how it was in the Bay too, blood.
Yeah.
Like before social media really hit, it was normal to see one of your favorite rappers, like
you see JT outside selling CDs or something.
You see niggas having money.
Yeah.
Feel me? You can see niggas having access. Social media is dope, and don't get me wrong, we getting to it right now, but it was normal to see niggas having it. And that's what the streets was, it's show and tell. It was never, oh, I got it, but I ain't gonna show it. No, you gotta show them what the turf is worth. Same with this music shit. You feel me? You gotta show people, okay, what these hit songs do, what the shows do, what the songs do, what the tour do, what the merch do. You gotta show people all of that shit. And in the Bay, niggas gotta actually believe, like, nigga, we the best. We the greatest. You gotta believe and know that it's 8 billion people on Earth, and all you need is 1 million to go platinum. That's it. 1 million people gotta find out about you. It don't gotta be 1 million people in California, 1 million people in the Bay. It's just on Earth. So once you look at it through that lens, then you understand how possible and how feasible it is to become successful at damn near anything that you can think of, blood. On Earth.
And I love how, like, even how you said the 1 million, like you said it like it wasn't shit, like it was 10 people, like, because 1 million sounds like a lot of people, but
in the grand scheme of things, yeah,
it's not.
Nothing.
It's nothing.
Nothing.
That's only the tipping.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's like, that's it. Yeah. But if you say, oh man, 1 million people, again, it's the energy.
Right.
We're seeing how many people go gold and platinum right now in social media. It's possible, blood. How many people are on social media?
Right.
If you got access to, let's just say you on the gram, let's just say 2 billion users is on there, 2 billion monthly users. You mean to tell me out of that 2 billion you can't get 1 million? Right. It may not happen overnight, my nigga, but it'll happen. Yeah. And that's the type of energy that got to be poured, the type of information that got to be poured, because when you get around people that's successful, my nigga, that's all they care about. Me, I don't deal with non-believers. I don't deal with doubters. I don't deal with pessimistic people because I don't care about it. I literally just block people out. Yeah. Anytime motherfuckers get to talk about some loser shit, and when I say loser shit, just like it can't happen. So you mean to tell me that out of 8 billion people, I got to continue to reiterate that number, out of 8 billion people, you can't find people to support your product? It take 10,000 people to support you at $10. That's 100 bands. It take 100,000 people to support you at $10. That's you feel me? What, 100,000 at 10? That's $1 million. If you get 100,000 people to spend $10 with you.
100,000 people to spend $10?
Yes, come on, bro.
Hey, do that math real quick.
Yeah, 100,000 times 10, $1 million. It's $1 million.
That sounds feasible.
You feel me? So this is $1 million.
You said 100,000.
It is. Times
10. So we get 100,000 people.
Spend $10 with you. Million.
It's 100 fucking. What the fuck?
You feel me?
Hey, let's get rich.
Let's get the fuck
let's
rich.
Get the fuck.
You feel me?
Get the fuck on.
So.
Damn. Hey, so look, it's really all about your perspective and how you view shit for real. Cause it's like when set up like that, it don't sound hard. It sounds doable. You get what I'm saying? Like, just your outlook on it makes it seem so feasible. It's like, why would I even? What's to be scared of? Bro, like, what do you have to?
And then when you come from the streets, I feel like it's even less fear. Like, every space that I step into, whether it be corporate, whether it be business, like, well, corporate or music or whatever, if every day I'm willing to come outside and risk my freedom, every day I'm willing to, like, come outside and risk my life, like, there's no in the world that can frighten me, blood. So that'd be another thing. People be afraid of rejection, denial, whatever the case may be. You care about somebody telling you no, blood. You think... Again, it's 8 billion people, so this one person opinion matter to you? this one person opinion's finna make or break you. I don't give a fuck if it's your parents, your grandparents. How was somebody's opinion of you? What made their opinion so valuable?
You know, I used to be like that, but it wasn't until like, I don't know, one day I just woke up, I had an epiphany. I'm like, if I continue to live life like that, I'm not living for myself at the end
You're
of the day.
in jail. In the free world,
Yeah.
you're in jail.
Yeah.
That means you gotta tap in with this person. Do you like what I did? Do you like I never ask people, do they like my music, blood? Ever. If I send a person a song, you vibe to it, but even if you don't like it, I don't give a fuck. I'm finna keep going. I remember when we started making the hoodies, you know, people told me, stick to 2 colors. That's what they told me, bro. 16 colors later, I probably make more money than them.
16 colors later.
16 colors later, I'm pretty sure I make more money than them.
Yeah.
Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't listen. You can't listen to people who haven't done anything. You can't listen to people who are afraid
To
of
take that
life.
risk,
Come
yeah.
on, blood. You can't listen to people that are in a fucking box, my nigga. You gotta listen to, because when you get around people, again, that are believers, even if they don't believe in what you got going, they'll be like, shit, it's possible.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel about things. When I listen, if I don't believe in it, it's only because I don't understand it. But just because I don't understand it, don't mean it can't happen. I'd be like, you can do that shit. I just get quiet because I'm calculating, and then I'd be like, well, it's not for me to calculate. It's not my vision.
It's not exactly. And the thing is, you don't want to. I always say this: you don't want to project your doubts and insecurities onto the next person, because at the end of the day, like you said, it's not your vision. It's not for you to see at the time. You know, everybody may not see it. You know, and that's why, like we said earlier, it's important to align yourself with people that do work on the same frequency, that do see it, because something as little as that, oh yeah, bro, that's possible.
Facts.
Just that little match to the flame sometimes do it. You get what I'm saying? All we need is one foot in front of the other when it comes to these supporters. You know, it's like a domino effect. If I could have one more believer in what I got going at the end of the day, I'm going to win when it's all said and done.
Facts. And also knowing what you've been through.
Facts.
Adversity is a character builder. It's people that have been through worse shit than the future ever holds for them, and they don't even realize that. That means the worst is already behind you.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that's so dope about, I feel like, when you come from marginalized communities, you feel me, and you make it out with your sanity, you got to understand that it's nothing that's going to be worse than what you've already experienced. So go straight, go forward.
Yeah.
Feel me? Coming from the streets, hip-hop is so beautiful because it gives us an opportunity to monetize our experience. I don't have to have a degree to go in here and make a song. I don't have to have a certificate or qualifications for me to go in here and create.
Man.
And that's also the beauty in art. And this is why art continues to open so many doors, change so many lives, because you as a videographer can say, all right, bro, I'm finna shoot a short film. And that short film can get 100 million views and change your life. You understand what I'm saying? There's no boundaries in which you could create when it comes to art.
Yeah.
When you look at New York, when you look at Atlanta, Miami, Memphis, the Bay, LA, I'm just talking about all these dope ass places. Look at these stories, bro. We all speak English, but yet and still we hearing these songs for the first time, and it's like we never heard the language, bro.
Right.
That's mind fucking blowing. We all use the same words.
Yeah. But it's like we use them, and we also use them in like in different contexts. Like for instance, when I went to DC, right? You got niggas talking about something. What up, Slim? What up, Mo? First few people we pull up on, I'm thinking that's their names. Like,
Yeah.
Feel me? Like how we say, bruh. Like, what's up, bruh? Like, they be like, what up, Mo? You feel me? Like, so that was like, it's like a culture shock. You know what I'm saying? Just like knowing that, like, you all right, I'm in somebody else's backyard. This is how they operate. But it's really all the same shit at the end of the day when it's all said and done.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like,
Language.
yeah.
Culture.
Culture.
Dialect.
And I feel like in the Bay Area, we got our own little
Big.
Yeah, you know, like it's a very unique
They
place.
fuck
Like,
with it though. Everywhere we go, they fuck with it, dude. At
Yeah.
least the women do. I know everywhere I go, they be all over me. Like,
Yeah.
where you from, Cali? What like, what's up? What goes on? Like,
right.
on your back like a broad strap. And they, you feel me? Other dudes, I feel like they a lot more financial. They lead with finances. Us, we lead with conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then it's like, oh, what can I buy you this? Can I buy you that? Us, it's more like, what's up?
Yeah.
You feel me?
Right,
and that's
right.
what separates us from the rest of the world,
Yeah,
too.
yeah, definitely. You
But
got niggas
special
out there.
here, you understand me? Yeah.
Yeah, you got niggas out there that might have the money but don't know how to actually apply a conversation or have a character or anything of that matter when it comes to actually holding a conversation with a beautiful.
If you gotta
beautiful
lead
woman.
with money,
But-
man, you're funny. You understand me?
Yeah,
Straight
yeah,
up,
yeah,
you ain't
yeah.
game, you're
We
lame.
gonna say that. We gonna say
You
that.
feel me?
But what's your type of woman? Like what's the type of, you know what I'm saying, bros you be going for?
Women, it fluctuates. It's all about energy, to be honest with you.
Energy. You
know
don't
what
got
I'm
a
saying?
certain type.
Man, attractive. Attractive, but energy more than anything. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Coming up, I feel like with social media, looks could be very deceiving. You could be around a woman who,
what? Oh,
yeah,
my.
you could definitely be around a woman who look good, right, but ugly as fuck inside.
Hey, so
So
look,
that's why energy is so important, blood.
that too. It's like as soon as they say they be bad as soon as they open up their mouth and say something and get to speaking, it's be like, damn, like,
Insecure.
yeah, you know, it just take, like, I've been in situations like that. Like I'll meet somebody, I'm like, damn, she fly, you know what I'm saying? She got it going on. As soon as she gets to talking and open up her mouth,
Phony.
bro, like it be like, damn,
Phony.
like what the fuck, like I don't even know what I saw on you, like.
Thumbs down. Feel me?
You know, how the fuck I even
Energy
look your
mean
direction?
a lot,
Like,
though, man, for real. Of course you got the fluke, you feel me? One night situations, you feel me, hypothetically and stuff like that.
Yeah, but usually that's how, as far as it go.
Yeah.
As far as it go.
Yeah,
I mean,
they
with
be
me, at
mad.
least, like,
Yeah, I like your style.
Yeah.
I like your style.
Yeah, you feel me?
I like your style.
Yeah, I feel like, especially nowadays, like, you gotta be careful with the women you court with. Like,
They don't even be courting. You said court with? Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's,
yeah.
There ain't none of that.
Yeah.
This shit manny out here, man. It's about the likes and the views. It's
That's
about
it.
the followers.
Yeah, that's really what it is. I feel like the dating scene is fucked up right now, especially for anybody that's like doing music and the entertainment
For
side
real?
of shit.
It
Like,
is kind of manny though, huh?
It just be seeming like that, you know. Like,
It is kind of manny out there, man.
so you gotta know how to kind of navigate around that shit. But you a family man though. You know what I'm saying? I know you got the kids. How the kids doing?
Family,
Yeah,
children, they doing great, created in the image of the most fly, you feel me?
yeah.
Shout out to my beautiful children. If y'all see this, just remember you could do anything you want to do in the world because this is your father, you understand? I'm speaking it into you. You got my blood in you, so you can't lose, baby. You understand me?
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Now they doing good. You feel me? My oldest, man. Shout out to my oldest, man. I ain't gonna go in on you, blood. I'm gonna let you live.
That nigga in trouble right now.
Nah, I'm gonna let you live, blood. You feel me? But yeah, they good, man. They good. I'm
We just gave that nigga a whoop.
Yeah. I'm gonna let you live, man. I'm rooting for him, though. Now he a genius.
How old
Kids
is
are smart. He's 15.
he? Okay.
Kids are smart. Kids is healthy. A lot of opportunity. Just looking forward to. I feel like the time that we in right now, from the younger people to the older people, it's a confusion there.
Mm-hmm.
It's chaotic. You know, back in the day, like grandparents was around,
Yeah.
parents was around, children was like. It's just, to me, it seemed like the younger people want to be older, older people want to be younger, and people are not understanding of where they're at in life. You got your teens, you got your 20s, you got your 30s, you got your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, your 70s. All of it represents something totally different, but you can learn from any age, but I don't feel like you should be going out of your way to be older.
Yeah.
I don't feel like you should be going out of your way to be younger. And then a lot of people diet is off too, so I feel like that play a huge role in why the energy just be weird. Motherfuckers be eating death, you feel me? And I'm not talking about like meat, I'm just talking about they diet in general. So the vibrations that they be on, my nigga, they not hydrated. I be seeing people in their fucking early 20s looking like 40-something, but not like a healthy 40-something, like a,
Like
they
sick.
look like the OG 40-something, like, you feel me, like in the 70s. So that shit play a major role in what's going on too, bud.
Yeah, I know. For me, when I started changing, when I started eating habit, like everything changed for me, bro. Like it translated to
Everything. How could you be happy and you ain't healthy, blood? Shit,
Yeah.
it's gonna be manny for you, bro.
You know, I had a lot more energy throughout the day. Even my outlook on life, like, you feel me? Just picking up the whole gym routine and just implementing it into my lifestyle. I ended up like picking up a lot of good like traits that translated in
Everything,
other
bro.
areas, like, you know, time management, making time to go to the gym. It's like, okay, now I got to make a specific time to edit after the gym.
And
you know, if I'm
discipline.
gonna
In
do
order
that.
for you to get your body like that, you have to discipline. You have to pick what you eat and what you don't eat.
Right.
That's another thing when it comes to food, when it comes to how you feel me, how you living.
Yeah.
What do we have 100% control over? Most of us, what we eat.
Yeah.
So if
It's
you're
also
able
that
to,
willpower and mental.
come on, bro.
It's a mental battle, you know.
God.
And, you know, like a lot of people can't. You know, that willpower battle is a motherfucker. Everybody can't do it.
Everybody
you know?
can't say no, man.
Everybody can't say no. Well, speak on getting shot. Like, what was that like? Like, you feel me?
Man,
Like,
that shit hurt.
how did that? I mean, obviously, but how did that change your life and your outlook on life? Like,
It just made me way more aggressive, honestly. And then it, like, I woke up after that situation. I don't really have patience with people. Like back then, I had a lot more patience, like way more than what I have now. Cause I feel like I don't feel like I died, but I feel like after that moment, I'm like, you can't wait for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Don't be nowhere you don't want to be. Don't fuck with nobody you don't want to fuck with. Because unfortunately, your day could start off super lit, and then next thing you know, you could be in the hospital. So, a huge part of my push and my aggression and my passion comes from the experience of being shot and saying, we all gonna die, don't get me wrong, but that was abrupt and unforeseen. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, oh, I'm standing on the block and we banging it out. Like, nigga, was some bullshit.
What was that day like? Like, walking through your day that day? Like,
I woke up. I had just got off a house arrest from a case for shooting somebody, so there was another thing too. So I was just like, all right, I'm back outside, and this is something totally different or whatever. So I remember the homies, they grabbed me from the Amtrak, and when they grabbed me, you feel me, like, shit, we back in business, boys. You know what I mean?
he like back on bullshit, like
Facts. Let's get straight to it. You feel me? And we doing our thing. You feel me? Sliding around. Pull up on this bitch ass nigga. He ended up getting a pass. But had he not got a pass, I wouldn't, you feel me, be in the hospital. That's how I look at it. Like, cause I would have been somewhere tough, hypothetically. You feel me? Allegedly. But that day I was tired because I also hadn't pulled a nighter in so long. So we ended up going to the town. We went to the town, we ended up, feel me, pulling up on somebody, but I think he was in the car with like his BM and his kid or whatever, so you know, niggas ain't morally.
So you was on bullshit all day that day?
Yeah, for sure. Okay. And that's why I replay, I was just like, if I would have just stuck with my first mind, things would have been different. So anyway, we ended up back on the block. They like, bro, you gotta calm down, bro. Not even calm down. I was like, damn, nigga, chill, bro. What you like? You feel me? Just chill. I'm like, yeah, whatever. And then I'm falling asleep. I hadn't been outside in hella long, like pulling nighters and shit. So I remember one of my brothers, he like, man, just go in the house. And then my other brother like, yeah, bro, the door unlocked. But I'm like, bro, I'm hella thirsty. The corner store closed. You feel me? And they're like, man, there's water in the house. I'm like, bro, I want cold water. That's another reason why I don't drink cold water to this day. I always drink room temp. I don't drink cold water, you feel me? And I went and got in the van, and I don't even eat fast food. So we do something that we don't never do. We go through a drive-through. People don't see me in drive-throughs. Like, I get out. A lot of times, a lot of people don't know why now. Like, before I get in the drive-thru, I'll get out, because that's what I always did anyway, you feel me? But what I learned that day is follow your gut, go with your instinct, because oftentimes that is a protector. And had I followed my gut throughout that day, I just feel like a lot of things have been different. But at the same time, I never really tripped off of it, and I say that because it come with it. You feel me? Niggas get shot and shit, niggas get killed. Like, unfortunately, I mean, that's the receiving end, you know what I'm saying? Out here. out there.
Yeah.
So I never felt like, oh God, why you do this? And it's like, it is what it is. I still got my eye, I'm just blind, and I wear this to. I don't have a protective layer lens. So our eyes, the reason why right now your eye ain't watering is because you got a lens on it, like I got on this one or whatever, so it don't feel like the light is right here. You feel what I'm saying? So it was a.
So that's to protect the eye from constantly watering.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, but like I said, that shit, bro. I wish all my partners that got shot had an eye patch on instead of being dead. That's how I look at this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
That's real.
no sympathy, no pity party, none of that. Like, I wish all them niggas had eye patches. And I know they do too. You feel me? So.
I mean, because at the end of the day, you still came out on top, and I feel like
Oh, yeah.
it's seasoned you at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely, bro. This shit a part of war, my nigga. There's another thing I think dudes come out here and they get in the streets and they don't understand, like, what do you think the price of war is? You feel me?
Right.
Like, on some real shit. The price of war is casualties and war wounds. And, of course, in victory, what do you get? Assets, land, whatever the case may be, but it's a price to pay.
Yeah.
And when I came outside, I definitely wasn't in denial. I wasn't in denial about that.
Yeah. Definitely. You feel like the streets is still got a hold of you like it once did at a point in time, or what's your outlook on the streets now? Like,
Gentrification changed everything. Mass incarceration. I feel like my experience in the streets would be equivalent to like a person obtaining a degree. Once you obtain it, it's in you forever. You just may not frequent it. You may not go to that university as much, but are you still going to be able to use that, what you learned from that degree at any given moment? And the answer is yeah.
Right.
But the neighborhood that I'm from, bro, it's not like I even had an option to go and stand on the block. The police is coming. They've been doing that since I was a teenager based off of what I come from. You know what I'm saying? So if everybody was outside right now at this age, would I be standing on the block and congregating? It depends. Would I be doing it every day? No. Would I slide through? Yeah, because that's what we do at the barber shop. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's what we do. We're a community people. So if the mo was vibrant, could I see me standing outside? I would love to slide through. And you know, it's times and places where I pull up on some of the youngers in the hood and shit like that. But again, due to gentrification, mass incarceration, it ain't how it was when I grew up. But has it left me? It's not a priority to me. You feel me? I don't wake up and be like, I'm standing, but I wasn't doing that even when I was on the block. You feel me? If that makes sense. So it's in me, but it's not something that I ever foreseen being a major part of my life.
Yeah, it doesn't consume.
But in order to be where I'm at in life, I look at the street dudes that I looked up to and the street dudes that I respect. Man, they always been thinkers. The streets is situational. I understand that if you took me out of the streets, I'd be a doctor somewhere, a president or something like that. The streets, again, is situational, it's environmental. That shit ain't organic. I don't believe if there was a book written about me, I don't believe at birth it was like, and you're supposed to be in the streets. Nah, bro. We way bigger than this shit. But understanding the environments that we're in and the way things are created, you got a lot of us who go off to work 9-to-5s, trades, entrepreneurs, all this shit. But you do have a population of black males, especially the warring males, that go to the streets. You feel what I'm saying? And having a hoe, like, nah, bro. That shit, I feel like in your teens, you go through this invincibility phase. You know what I'm saying? Just like you go to the military at 18, you got to be 18 legally to join the military. So there's a point in time where that camaraderie can be weaponized. And that's what the fuck happens. But when I think of the men that I came up looking up to and shit like that, they wasn't even really outside past 25, 30. Niggas was having businesses. They was having motion. They was traveling. You feel what I'm saying? So it ain't nobody over the age of 25 that I feel like should be dedicated to standing outside or being outside in the hood on the block unless they live there and they in an environment where it ain't war-torn. If it ain't war-torn and you could go there, I'm talking about it's still love in the community and all that shit like I see in southern states like Florida, Alabama, Georgia, all that shit, like, for sure. But it ain't like that in the city and county of San Francisco. It ain't like that in the Bay Area, my nigga. The police on our lines, like, tough.
Yeah.
Never mentioned the beef or the streets because that nigga can deal with that.
Yeah.
It's police coming up to you and putting charges on you. I didn't catch a case because of no beef shit. I caught a case because gang task force lied on me.
Yeah.
So do I got another 10 years to give for a lie? Like, that shit hurt.
And you see how I mean, shit, we know how Frisco PD
Come on,
is.
my
Like,
nigga.
and you see what Jamal went through.
Come on. Shout
You know
out 10 million. Yeah,
Shout out
they
10
nigga
million.
got 50 to life over some shit he didn't do. So, nah, the streets, bro.
And they had to pay for that.
I didn't monetize. They definitely shout out to 10 million.
Shout out
you
to
feel me?
10 million. 10
Yeah,
mil.
You feel me?
And hey, look, they incarcerated Jamal True Love.
Mhm.
For how long was it?
I think like 7 years, maybe even 8, blood.
7 to 8 years for a murder he did not commit and falsify evidence.
All the shit.
It's crazy. That just lets you know what San Francisco PD be doing. Like,
Definitely don't fuck with them, man.
It's corrupt shit that be going on.
For sure.
But luckily, you know, bro came out on top with that situation. But it's a lot of shit that, like, you know, the streets, man, this shit is a fucking...
Oh, it's a trap,
It's
blood.
a trap.
And shit is
It's a
over
trap.
with, too. You got the internet. Anybody out there, my nigga, I understand, like, you trying to figure it out. But I need you to just look at the, like, do you want to be successful in life? And if you want to be successful, it's changes and adjustments that you got to make. Back then, yeah, niggas was getting rich off of dope. Nigga, this ain't the 80s, bro. This ain't the 90s. So anybody out there who brain is really thinking, all right, I'm finna stand right here and get rich, something is wrong with you, bro. Like, something is wrong with you. And understand, if you could, whatever you could sell illegally, you could sell something legally. You understand what I'm saying? You could flip houses, you could sell cars, you could sell food. Everybody on earth gotta eat. So if you can make some food, my nigga, you can sell plates. And I'm not saying you feel me? You can get with your chick or whatever, sponsor her, put her face on it the whole time, you whipping it up in the kitchen and shit like that. But I'm gonna tell you, like them OGs told me, I'm talking about including the ones that was rocking, man. Nothing lasts forever, and the streets end even faster. So, real talk. Like, motherfuckers get jobs. You think of it like this, my nigga. People go to the NBA, MLB, NFL, and them niggas don't even, the average career of them is 5 years. This is a damn near, these is not, other than the NFL, these is non-contact sports. So niggas is playing basketball for millions. 5-year lifespan. How long do you think you can make it in the streets? I'm talking about day in and day out, because it only take 1 second for a bullet to wake your ass up. It only take 1 second for a cop to lock your ass up. That is the math on the shit. So that means if you outside 5 days a week, my nigga, 5 days a week, all it takes is
one of them days.
One of them days to slip up. So the longer that you're out there, you gotta understand your instincts may become stronger, but you're going to slow down. You're not gonna move the same way at the age of 20 that you did that you do at 30, 40, 50. Now, if you're talking about organized crime, that's something totally different. Now we talking about systems. Now we talking about a whole nother level. We talking about the average, everyday street punk shit. Come on, my nigga.
Yeah,
We playing,
it's a lot, and it's a lot of niggas out there that got like the streets got an anchor on them. You feel me? Like I got a partner right now that's like that, and it's like I love this nigga to death, but it's like I can only help somebody that want to help themselves. You feel me? And it's like you said, like if you have a certain talent,
it's an addiction though, my nigga. So this is another thing. We addicted to the thrill. So that's why when you ask me, it's like when I go to other states, I ain't gonna lie, I pull up and I fuck with it, right? Because it's something that I love. Right. I don't have the option to be in Filmo. The Filmo that I come up in is not like that. And I'm not talking about because of age. I'm literally talking about because of the people. So having this conversation with you, if hella people was outside right now, it's a 95% chance I would leave here and go to the block. Because that's what I've been doing since I was 13. You feel me? So it is an addiction there. That unknown that we talking about, there's really nothing that can equate to outside energy, blood. The beauty in it, the danger in it, all of that shit is something that you become immune to. And once you become immune to, even when a person is speaking logic to you, it's hard to really take that in. Oh man, fuck the streets. Without streets, the streets is no hip hop. Without hip hop, it's no rap. So if we take away the streets, what culture does America have? Because over the last 30, 40 years, I'll take it back, over the last 100 years, all the culture comes from the streets. Jazz comes from the streets. Blues come from the streets. R&B come from the streets. Your favorite gospel singer, the money from the church, the money that was put into the church come from the streets. Everything come from the streets, so we can't erase it or eradicate it, but we got to find a way how to coexist without the super dangerous element. You feel me? In it.
Right,
But the streets that's the foundation of the United States, and that's the foundation of the world.
You gotta just learn how to navigate it. You know what I'm saying? And like you said earlier, like getting that degree from the streets, getting your PhD and knowing what to do with your PhD. You know what I'm saying? Like,
apply it.
You
gotta apply it.
Like,
monetize it.
I got a nigga right now that loves stealing cars. That's all he do. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, how long are you gonna keep doing that, and what are you gonna do with that talent? Because he not doing nothing but riding around Oakland getting high.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? It's the like you said, it's the thrill.
Yeah,
it's the thrill.
It's the thrill.
You feel me? He got 4 cars parked on one block,
yeah,
and he just bouncing in whichever one he want to ride today.
Hot.
Bruh, do something with that talent. I don't give a fuck if you drive that bitch to Mexico and go sell it for 5,000.
Mm-hmm.
Like, reap the benefits of that skill, and then maybe down the line, elevate. You get what I'm saying? Apply that to something else. I'm pretty sure it's a bunch of like.
So then that's when exposure is essential.
Yeah.
So when you get into other communities, anything that you can think of negative, they'll show you the positive end of the spectrum.
Exactly.
So they'll give you a positive outlet. Oh, you like to steal? This is what you're gonna do.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying. I'm like, look, if you know how to steal, you know how to do something under that hood.
You like to sell things
that you could potentially turn into a legit profitable business. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's something as simple as knowing how to do a fucking oil change. You know how to steal a car. I know you know how to do a fucking oil change.
Right.
Feel me? You can run it up off of that. Feel me? Doing little oil changes in the hood for everybody and their mama.
All time.
Like, that's how you turn your PhD that you got from the streets to a positive, you know what I'm saying, force in your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, but some niggas don't want to turn it around. It's like, and you can't help people that don't want to help themselves. With that being said, you know, I wish the best for my nigga. I hope he grow out of it. It's like, I don't know how many times you're going to keep going back for high speed in a stolen car before it's like, damn, maybe I shouldn't be doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. That's definitely a segue to part 2, man.
Yeah, man. To each his own, though, you know? Like, shit.
You know the vibes.
You know the fucking vibes. But, yeah, I feel like, man, we covered a lot of shit. We covered
We'll
some
be
good
back.
shit. You feel me?
We're about to normalize it.
Yeah,
You know the fucking vibes.
First
you know the
Amendment.
vibes.
The First Amendment,
man.
Yeah, man. Appreciate y'all staying. You feel me? If y'all stayed this far for the motherfucking interview, subscribe, comment below. Let us know who we should have on the podcast next.